You don't scare me with that guitar. Hey man, glad to see you, sir. One of the highlights of my great career during the 1980s and into the 90s was when we...
You know me, I paid for my cheering section out there.
That's right. We'll have your $20 bill later. It's when we had a wonderful new era emerge with talent like Jarrett King Waller, Bill Dundee, Tojo Yamamoto, and many other greats, including a good-looking young blonde with the name of Jeff Jarrett. And that was the launching period of a career that has gone on, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But Jeff, it's great to be with you. Welcome back to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. What do you want to say to these adoring people?
Oh, boy. Mark, I don't even know where to start, but thank you for having me. I want to start with just saying thank you very much for having me. You know, Mark, as I look over your shoulder at the marquee, it's kind of surreal to see my name on a billboard for the DFW area. Because just what you said, you know, I was, gosh, you said a young man, boy, you aren't kidding. 1987, 1988, I was a young man. And I guess I was maybe, would have been a junior in high school when I watched the Ric Flair, Kerry Von Erich, Texas Stadium match. Yeah, that's a definitely woo. I was I had so many memories before I came out to Dallas. And I can remember like it was yesterday. I was in the office with my father trying to learn the ropes from the business side. And he said, "Hey son, what do you think about going out to Dallas, Texas?" And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because in those days, I had just wrestled in Memphis, Nashville, Louisville, Evansville. We called it the territory up there. It was a family business. But when I heard that there was going to be an opportunity for me to come out here and literally, Mark, get to work with guys like you and your pedigree and the Von Erichs, and then just I could go on and on with all the names that have been through there. But the thing that really cemented it to me is that, and I've wrestled in a lot of famous buildings around the world, in the Tokyo Dome in Japan, and Wembley Arena in London, and Madison Square Garden, and Forum in LA, and building after building, but my home turf was the MidSouth Coliseum, and there was something about walking in the back door of the MidSouth Coliseum in Memphis. But I tell many people to this day, the Sportatorium might not have looked real beautiful on the outside, but walking into that building, you damn right, yeah. It had a character, it had emotion, and that is something that, candidly, I'm getting goosebumps right now because you just cannot replace that kind of feeling. And what I learned, yes, please give that place a round of applause. Mark, what I learned through the years is that, you know, it's never really about the destination. It's always about the journey. And the journey of my career has such deep, deep roots. In the Cotton Bowl, I wrestled Eric Embry and won my first major singles title. In the Sportatorium, I was partners with Mills Mascaras and became WCCW champion. I was partner with Kerry Von Erich. I was there the night that WCCW turned into the USWA, and there was such an electricity in that arena. And yes, WCCW had so many roots, and I'm so glad that we're back in world class. But emotion after Mark, and you know that me and you could sit here and we're going to talk probably for a few hours in the back tonight. But the Metroplex area has got such a unique place in Jeff Jarrett's career, got a unique place in my heart. To this day, when kids ask me, and my junior in high school, my daughter, who's playing basketball right now, some people might have seen me sawing her, but she asked me from different times, what's some of your most favorite memories before I was born? And I immediately go to, it's hard to put into words, but the Sportatorium on Friday night and the Sportatorium on Saturday morning, there was nothing like it.
Amen. Amen. Now you're hearing this guy speak from his mouth and his brain. But I know enough about him and his dad to know that right in here is his heart. And this man has a heart of gold. He's a good man. And through all of that, to see this good man achieve what you did, what you've accomplished and still are, brings all of us a sense of pride and delight. So just don't hesitate to let your chest bulge a little bit. Tell us some of the things you're most proud of, including being a Hall of Famer with the WWE.
Wow. Mark, you're sort of hitting me right between the eyes. I think when I look back over my 35 plus years in the ring, and I've launched a podcast, and it's my world, and we talk about my world, all the ins and outs. And the episode that drops this Tuesday is going to be about the final days of WCCW. That's a quick early plug. But the things that all, I guess you could say, that accumulated in my career, it all sort of weaves through the history. When I watched Ric Flair and Kerry Von Erich in Texas Stadium as a kid, getting able to see that, and then that many years later, winning the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, winning the World Class Championship, World Championship, WCW, World Championship Wrestling, World Heavyweight title, the WWF Intercontinental title 6 times. Winning those championships is always a standard bearer that says that you're the best of the best. And so winning the titles is something, but always think back, and I just referenced it, it's stepping stones. Winning the WCCW light heavyweight title at the Cotton Bowl. So the championships are at the top of that, and being inducted in the 2018 Class Hall of Fame in WWE was sort of the cherry on top of everything. But I still say, and I'm going to go back and not to be repetitive, but it's the memories that I have that are just like the people in this arena. I sat over there tonight, took pictures and signed autographs, and I saw pictures from, there's someone here in the arena tonight that drove 12 hours from Caruthersville, Indiana. I'm a promoter, I'm an executive producer, I'm a former World Heavyweight Champion, but before any of that, I was a wrestling fan, Mark. And I am a bigger wrestling fan today, believe it or not, than I was, because I understand the industry, I understand the art, I understand the passion. And these guys that are here tonight, that's what it's all about. World class is here. We are right here tonight in the Southern Junction. I can't wait to watch the matches tonight. I can't wait to see the effort that's put forth. And you know what? I've already had put my feelers out. I'm hoping that this isn't my last time here, because, Mark, I'm just going to leave with this.
Well, now you can't leave, because I got one more question, but you go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, and we're on the same thought. You were a part of the thank you and farewell Mark presentation at ringside in May of 1990 when I was stepping out to go into full-time parish ministry. That was an ending. I never dreamed we would be back here together. What I'm saying is that was just a temporary ending. I hope this is a new beginning, because you've established yourself as a genius, separate from your father, but every bit as great. And I hope there is a bright future, and I hope to get to stand next to you a lot more.
Hear, hear. Mark is a legendary Hall of Fame announcer. He's got many great careers. People don't know he can sell ice to an Eskimo. He just sold me on coming back, that's for sure. But I do want to come back. But I'm up here and got my cowboy boots on. Double J always has his cowboy boots on. I got my sport coat and everything. But through the years, Mark, I have the guitar and Double J's kind of been synonymous. Easy for me to say. So tonight, I think I'm going to watch the matches. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to end up doing. Let's just say this. Does anybody want to see a guitar shot tonight? Mark, this is the Metroplex. I can't hear. Does anybody want to see a guitar shot tonight? Mark, let's get on with the show.
All right. In the great memory of Tojo Yamamoto, Bonsai! Thank you, Jeff. Love you, man. Proud of you. All right.